you.
So something I was curious about is your favorite guests that you've ever interviewed. Because I know you've done Kanye West, like you've done like everybody's so cool.
It's so, it's so interesting you would bring up Kanye because it was one of my favorite memories of doing an interview out live at a location, because when I interviewed him, it was in Times Square at this, ironically enough, this karaoke place in Times Square. Okay. But we didn't karaoke. He actually performed, and that year it was when the year his graduation album came out. Mm-hmm. And he was about to go on a huge tour. And at the time, I was on the radio at Z100 New York. And Z100 had wanted him to sing and perform at our Jingle Ball show at Madison Square Garden. It's the yearly show they have every, Jingle Ball is, it's all over the country now, but back then it was just for Z100. And Kanye couldn't perform at Jingle Ball that year because he had already scheduled his own tour. But he said, tell you what, he said, I'll perform a private show for some of your listeners.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, I was obsessed with the graduation album. And I said to my boss, Sharon, I was like, I have got to host this show.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, so yeah, I can't remember, maybe it was Spotlight. I can't remember the name of the karaoke place. I think it was Spotlight Live or something like that. And so they shut it down, and we gave away tickets to listeners, and it was just like a select few listeners in the audience, and some of my coworkers, and Kanye was only supposed to perform like maybe 2 songs, and he was enjoying himself so much that he performed like about 4 or 5 songs, because I was obsessed with the album, and so were our listeners. And so he knows, the album had just come out and we knew all the words. And so he was really excited. And so he performed extra long for us, and we just had a great time. So that is a good memory for me. I would say though, probably my favorite interview experience was Janet Jackson, just because I've been a fan of her since I was, a kid. And just to be able to have her in the studio with me, all to myself, asking her questions, and she's answering them. And it just, I've always had this, this fantasy in my head that she's like a big sister to me, Okay,
but that's really cool. Oh my God. That is like so iconic.
To interview her, and I just watched, I don't know, did you get a chance to watch her documentary on Lifetime recently?
I didn't know it was on.
It was amazing. It was one she produced herself. Okay. So it was like, it wasn't like someone did this documentary and they're guessing what happened. She actually had a hand in it herself. And she revealed so many things that we may not have known, and behind the scenes secrets about what happened, with her marriage and relationships that she had. And I already loved Janet since I was a kid, but after seeing that documentary, I was like, I didn't think it was possible, but I love her more, So if you get a chance, you should check it out. I'm not sure.
I'm going to look it up right now. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I see it right here. It is on Lifetime. I'm going to check it out. Oh my God, that's so
cool. Yeah, maybe it's on demand, huh?